I entered a game where the challenge was to survive 7 days on $50. The winner's prize was 120 million. Here, a bottle of water cost 15, a sandwich cost 40. Everyone said I was doomed. They didn't know that I was a sophisticated dirt poor. The game was right up my alley. I would be the only player walking out of hell. Together with 99 other players, I transmigrated into a game world. A system's electronic voice sounded, "Welcome to the dirt poor game. Initial funds, $50. Objective, survive in the game for 7 days. The winner receives a 120 million prize. Overspending, death, or leaving the game zone will be considered elimination, resulting in a 120 million debt." The voice paused, tinged with slyness. "Now any cowards want to quit? Quit? Are you kidding me?" A young guy with bleached blonde hair scoffed. 7 days? I could survive just drinking water. A chubby kid nearby in a cheap t-shirt wiped his sweat. Yeah, $50 for bagels and peanut butter. Stretching it should be enough. Fortune favors the bold. Only an idiot would quit. The crowd buzzed with blind excitement. Finally, not one of the 100 players quit. The system announced, "Game rules activated. Players cannot quit. 100 players deployed. Welcome to Airport Odyssey. May you survive well." There was a flash of white light and I found myself in an airport. The airport was massive, stretching as far as one could see. People streamed past. I couldn't tell if a person was a player or an NPC. I checked the interface. My game account held a quiet $50 initial funds. There were 3 stats: hunger, thirst, energy. All were currently full. I saw a convenience store across the way and walked over to check prices. As I reached the fridge, a tearful cry exploded. "Holy shit!" It was the chubby kid from before, staring horrified at the store's cooler. "A bottle of water is $15? Highway robbery." I walked over, my eyes scanning the shelves, my heart sinking to the pit of my stomach. 50 for a cupcake, 40 for a sandwich bagels, 10 for each. Even the cheapest pack of graham crackers was 18, and just over $7 a day for us? Not even enough to pay for half a bottle of water? The kid looked at me, despair written all over his face. "Player 66, sis, we're screwed. $50 are only enough for 3 bottles of water. A week? We'll die." I sighed. The system isn't doing charity. I knew it wouldn't be that simple. Other players crowded the store, also showing shock and panic. The kid pulled me aside. "Miss, I'm player 44. Buddy, let's team up. It'll be good to have company in the game. If anyone messes with you, I can handle them." He did a quick set of martial arts moves, fairly smooth but not wanting to team up with anyone until I understood the game rules. I politely declined. I left the convenience store alone. My priority was finding water, free water. Outside the restroom, I found a water fountain. There were 2 discarded plastic water bottles nearby. I washed them clean and filled them both. Water problem solved. Cost, $0. Next up, finding sources for energy. I spotted a Starbucks. On the condiment stand, packets of white sugar, creamer cups, and brown sugar sat neatly arranged. Sugar is a crucial energy source. I would use sugar packets in emergencies to prevent low blood sugar. I walked over expressionlessly, my movements smooth and natural like grabbing something at home. A dozen sugar packets and a few creamers instantly slid into my pockets. The whole process took less than 2 seconds. Then I walked calmly out of Starbucks. Reaching a deserted corner, I ripped open 2 sugar packets and dumped them straight into my mouth. Intense sweetness exploded, bringing a temporary sense of satisfaction. Sugar acquired. Cost, $0. The airport's air conditioning blasted like an icebox. Maybe the system made it this cold on purpose. Colder temperatures burn energy faster. My thin clothes couldn't block the chill. I could only warm up by moving. Luckily, I found a discarded airline blanket in a trash can. However, hunger pangs grew stronger as time passed. By 8 p.m., I wandered to a bakery. Behind the glass counter, unsold bread gave off a tempting aroma. My stomach let out a loud growl. My sharp dirt poor instincts told me the bread should be discounted now. A loaf of bread originally 30 was now 15, but it wasn't enough. Closer to closing time, discounts would be deeper, maybe even free. I should wait. Every dollar saved was a chance to survive. I sat on a chair opposite the bakery, half closing my eyes to rest. Suddenly, someone anonymously broadcast on the game's public channel, "Head to the bakery in Terminal L3, Zone A. Bread here is half price. Half price bread. Zone A, hurry, don't shove, it's mine." Players rushed in from all directions. There were 20 or 30 people charging towards the bakery. Amid the chaos, I saw people waving cash, others grabbing bread straight from the shelves. Staff panicked, shouting, line up, but it was useless. Within minutes, all the discounted bread, including the loaf I was eyeing, was swept clean. Those who got some looked relieved. Those who didn't pounded their chests in despair. Curses, complaints, and desperate sighs filled the air around me. And me? My hunger stat had already dropped by 70%. I took a deep breath, suppressing the stomach cramps. My gaze shifted from the chaotic crowd to the giant flight information screens high above the airport. Red flight statuses scrolled constantly. Time to show my true skills.